You know thank you very much. You know very well in the previous discussion that solar system is consisting of sun and planets revolving around the sun. From the nearest to the first are number 1, Mercury, followed by Venus, followed by Earth, followed by Mars, then Jupiter, then Saturn, then Uranus. This is the last one. The 8 planets revolve around the sun in certain orbit, takes the shape of the oval shape, and we have some differences between the 8 planets. The first 4 planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, are called rocky planets. They are called rocky planets because they are made of rocks. And the other planets are called solidified gases, planets, because they are made of solidified gases. Concerning to Earth, as the planet on which we can survive, where there is oxygen, water, suitable temperature, and gravity. We can settle down, we can stand, airplanes can land safely because of the Earth's gravity. Concerned to Earth as a planet, it consists of different layers, and each one of them has different thickness. Yes, see? This is the shape of planet Earth, taken by a satellite, and concerning to its structures, yes, no, larger than size, yes. Concerned to their structures, planet Earth is consisting of different layers. Starting from the outer one to the inner one, they are arranged as number 1, Earth's crust. This is the outer layer of Earth, followed by middle layer called mantle, and the innermost is called core. Core consists of 2 layers, outer core and inner core. We will have the planets revolving around the sun, starting with Mercury, ending with Uranus. The first 4 planets are called rocky planets because they are made of rocks, and the last 4 planets made of solidified gases. The most important one is Earth because we can survive in its surface. This figure represents the layers of Earth starting from the outside to inside, or arranged from inside to outside. The arrangement from outside to inside, the first layer from outside is called crust, Earth's crust, followed by mantle, middle layer, and followed by core. The core is the innermost layer, which consists of 2 layers, inner core and outer core. The type of rocks, we have 3 types of rocks forming the Earth. Number 1, igneous. Number 2, sedimentary. Number 3, metamorphic. Igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. The first type of rock is called igneous. Igneous as a word means fire. Fire. Why it is called fire or igneous rock? Because this type of rock is originated from molten rocks. These molten rocks are existed especially in the layer of mantle, the middle layer of Earth. You remember, the Earth's layers are arranged from outside to inside as crust, followed by mantle, where the magma is existing, and the innermost is called inner core. Magma is the molten material, molten rock found inside the mantle layer. Magma is moving under the Earth's layers under very high pressure and temperature. When it finds a weak point in the rock layers, it will go up and leaves and skips from the Earth's layer, forming a volcanic eruption. This figure represents types of rocks made and forming different examples of igneous rocks. Sometimes the crystals forming the igneous rocks are solidified slowly and solidified quickly. The type of igneous rock which can be found outside the Earth's crust and solidified quickly, which is called, who knows? Yes? Excellent. Extrusive, it means a rock forming outside the Earth's crust, such as basalt. On the other hand, because of the intensity of the heat under the Earth's layers, especially in the mantle, some of these crystals are solidified but very slow, forming a type of rock which is called, yes, Layla? Intrusive, excellent, Layla, such as granite. So both of basalt and granite are igneous rocks because they are originated from molten material called Frida, magma, called magma. Excellent. Magma is the molten form, don't ever forget, magma is the molten form existing in which layer? Crust or mantle or core? Crust. Huh? Yes.
Crust.
Crust. Magma is, yes, mantle. Mantle. In the layer of mantle, which is the mid layer below the Earth's crust. Hold the permit. This figure represents the magma when it leaves the Earth's crust, when it penetrates the rock layers, and it solidifies quickly because due to the huge difference in the temperature. Magma is found in the molten form under the Earth's crust, under the Earth's layers, because the temperature is very high. But outside, there's a big difference between the temperature of both of them. So, when magma is solidified, outside the Earth's crust, forming extrusive type of rock called basalt. Here we have the two types of igneous rocks, basalt and granite. We have clear difference between them. Basalt is completely dark, and granite is lighter in color, lighter than basalt. Each one of them has its own characteristic. And number two, one of them is considered as an extrusive, and the other one is considered as intrusive. You have both of them in front of you, and I want one of the students here to tell me which one of them is considered as an extrusive or an intrusive. Which one is an intrusive?
Intrusive is granite.
Excellent, bravo عليك. And extrusive, safe?
Basalt.
Excellent, bravo عليك. Sure. Next. Here we have the same basalt and granite but enlarged so that we can look at them very clearly. Next. Second type of rocks formed in the Earth's layers, which is called sedimentary rocks. The word sedimentary comes from sediments. Small grains, small particles of rocks are deposited over each other, forming layers. So the type of rocks which can be existed and formed due to the deposited over each other, igneous or metamorphic or sedimentary? Yes? Excellent, bravo, عليك شاطر, sedimentary. here we have a hill or like a mountain, which can be found in the form of layers forming the sedimentary rocks. This is the method by which the sedimentary rocks are formed. Some of the rocks are subjected to weatherings. Weatherings are conditions acting on certain rock, leading to formation of the sedimentary rocks. What are these weathering factors? Maybe number one, high temperature in hot area or low temperature in very cold area. The temperature itself is a very important factor affecting the sedimentation, affecting the eroded rocks. High and low temperature. Number two, wind. Wind can be used to carry the small particles of rocks from one area to another. Even running water transport the sediment or the sediment rocks or the disintegrated rocks from one place to another. Then they are deposited over each other forming layers. And also the pressure made by the plant roots may affect on the rocks forming the sedimentary rocks. Oh. Types of sedimentary rocks like sandstone, shale, and limestone. The most popular both of them, sandstone and shale. Sandstone, small grains of sand, which are stuck together. And its texture very rough. يعني الملمس بتاع texture يعني when you touch the sandstone from outside, its texture is becoming very rough. On the other hand, we have another type of the sedimentary rock called limestone. Limestone is smoother than the texture of sandstone. Another type of the sedimentary shale made of very small and fine grained rocks stacking together, forming the third type. So we have sandstone, sedimentary rock, limestone, a sedimentary rock, and shale is a sedimentary rock. Both of the igneous and sedimentary may be subjected to some weathering factors. Heat, pressure, or even both of them. When such a rock like igneous or sedimentary is subjected to some weathering factors as heat and pressure, or even both of them, they will transfer to a new type of rock which is called metamorphic. So metamorphic rock is a type of existing rock which is formed due to existing or due to the subjecting igneous or sedimentary to some weathering factors as high temperature or high pressure or both of them. This diagram shows how metamorphic rocks form. Metamorphic rocks are formed when igneous rock as granite and basalt are subjected to heat or pressure, or even the sedimentary rocks are subjected to heat or pressure or both of them. At the end, we will form a new type of rock which is called metamorphic. Metamorphic rocks have different examples, but the most popular of metamorphic rocks are slate, quartzite, marble, and gneiss. All of them are types of metamorphic rocks. Some of them are originated from sedimentary rocks as quartzite and marble. Both of them are formed due to the high enhance of temperature of some sedimentary rocks. Gneiss is a metamorphic rock which was formed due to the subjecting an igneous rock as granite to high temperature and high pressure, both of them acting on granite, forming at the end gneiss as a metamorphic rock. So finally we can understand that some type of rock or what such kind of rock can be transformed to another. This is called rock cycle. Rock cycle representing the transfer of one type of rock from one shape to another or from one type to another by the effect of the high temperature or high pressure or even both of them. This diagram shows that. Now we are going to carry out an activity and share with each other to identify some characteristics of the rocks. Some of them are igneous, some of them are sedimentary, some of them are metamorphic.